I hadn't heard from him in 3 years, and then at 2:47 in the morning, my phone lit up with two words that somehow felt like a funeral. Happy birthday. Not happy birthday, man. Not hope you're doing well. Just happy birthday like I was someone he used to know. Which I guess I was. I sat on the edge of my bed, holding the phone, the light cutting through the darkness of my room. I typed thanks, but deleted it. Typed how are you? But deleted that too. I just left it on read. Here's the thing about Tyler. He wasn't just my best friend. He was the brother I chose, the witness to every version of me I'd ever been. I remember when we were 19, we jumped off Miller's Cliff into the lake below, screaming like idiots. We drove with the windows down, singing off-key to songs we didn't know the words to. We tattooed the infinity symbol on each other's arms in his dirty kitchen at 2 in the morning, drunk on cheap beer, and the certainty that we'd be friends forever. It was there when I proposed to Sarah, serving as my impromptu best man, holding the ring because I was shaking too much. Tyler was everything. And now, at 3 in the morning on my 34th birthday, I stood in my kitchen making coffee, looking at that faded infinity tattoo on my wrist, and I couldn't remember the last real conversation we'd had. People asked me what happened, like there was a fight, a betrayal, something I could point to and say, there, that's when we ended. But that's not how most friendships die. They don't explode, they fade. It started 8 years ago when Tyler got his dream job. I remember the day he told me. He came bursting into my apartment, eyes wild with excitement. Bro, I got the job. I'm moving to Seattle. I hugged him, genuinely happy. That's incredible, man. When, 3 weeks, there was this beat of silence. We both felt it, something shifting beneath our feet. We'll visit all the time, I said. All the time, he echoed. We believed it when we said it. The first year wasn't so bad. We did weekly video calls, beers in hand, laughing about old times and new adventures. He'd tell me about the Seattle rain, and I'd tell him about my promotion. We'd always end with, miss you, man. The second year, the calls became texts. Sorry, crazy week at work, call you Sunday? Sunday never came, but it was fine. We were busy. We were adults. This was normal. The third year, I found out Tyler got married through Instagram. I saw the photos in my feed, him in a tux, her in white, both of them glowing. I wasn't there. I wasn't invited. I sat alone on my couch, staring at those photos, telling myself he probably sent the invitation to my old address. I told myself a lot of things. I texted him. Congrats on the wedding. She looks amazing. Sorry I couldn't make it. It was a lie. He knew it was a lie. 3 hours later, he replied, Thanks, bro. Yeah, next time for sure. That's when I knew we'd crossed over into that place where we were just being polite. The years continued. I had a son, Noah. Tyler liked the photo on Instagram but didn't comment. Tyler got promoted. I found out through LinkedIn. Birthdays came and went. Happy birthday. Every year like clockwork, I'd send the same back in May. And the first dressed, they asked, without saying death. I'd send the same back in May. We became strangers with a shared past. Ghosts haunting each other's timelines. The last time I actually saw Tyler was 6 years ago. He had a layover in town 2 hours between flights. We met at the airport for coffee. Man, it's so good to see you, he said, and he meant it. I know. It's been too long. We sat in uncomfortable airport chairs, drinking terrible coffee, laughing at old jokes. But something was different. There were gaps in the conversation now, references the other didn't understand anymore. We were speaking the same language but living in different worlds. You remember that time we jumped off Miller's Cliff? Tyler said. Dude, we were insane. I laughed. We laughed, but it was a laugh that lived in the past. It didn't belong to who we were now. His flight was announced. All right, I gotta run. But hey, next time I'm in town, let's do this proper. Whole weekend. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We hugged. It was too tight, too long. Like we both knew. That was 6 years ago. He never came back to town. Or maybe he did. Maybe he just didn't call. Now, standing in my backyard at 6 a.m. on my birthday, coffee in hand, I watched the sun come up. My son, Noah, came running out. Daddy, it's your birthday. Did you get presents? I smiled. Yeah, buddy, I did. He hugged my leg and ran back inside. I looked at my son and wondered, would he have a Tyler? And if he did, would he know how to hold on tighter than I did? I pulled out my phone, looked at that happy birthday message still sitting there, unanswered. I started typing. Hey man, I know it's been a while. I was thinking about that time I stopped, deleted it. What was I going to say? Remember when we mattered to each other? Remember when you knew my middle name without having to check Facebook? I typed simply, thanks, hope you're doing well. I sent it. Then I sat in the grass, watching the sky lighten, touching that faded infinity tattoo on my wrist. Infinity. We thought we meant it. Maybe we did. Maybe infinity just looks different than we imagined. Sarah came outside. You okay? I turned to her with a small smile. Yeah, just thinking about an old friend. Tyler? I nodded. She sat beside me. You ever think about reaching out? Really reaching out? I thought about it. Sometimes. But I think we're different people now, and that's okay. That's allowed to be okay. My phone buzzed. I looked down. Tyler had replied. You too, man. You too. I stared at the message for a long moment. Then I locked my phone. Here's what nobody tells you about losing a best friend. There's no closure. No final conversation. No, this is goodbye. Just a slow dissolve. A friendship that becomes a memory. And then, eventually, just a name in your contacts you never delete but never call. Maybe some friendships aren't meant to last forever. Maybe they're meant to be perfect for a season. To teach you. To hold you. And then, gently, to let you go. Tyler was my brother for a decade. And now he's a stranger who still remembers my birthday. And maybe that's its own kind of love. I stood up and walked back into the house where Noah was eating pancakes. Daddy, look! Mommy made birthday pancakes. I sat down with my family. The morning light poured through the window. The quiet grief is this, knowing someone by heart and then learning to live without them, not because you hate them, but because life carried you to different shores. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is wave from the distance. Some people are meant to stay. Some people are meant to leave. Both can be true. Both can hurt.